We have seen these recent rotation and tech really getting hit hard. They have stretched valuations, which takes me to our question of the day on M Live. What sector, if not tech, will lead, especially when you have that reflation call ongoing?
Well, the reflation call will really support many of the sectors which are more cyclical in nature. So we've seen the energy sector already do much better on hopes of higher prices and high demand and actual higher prices. We will also see financials improve as well, in part due to yield curve steepening, but also improved credit metrics. Provisions were large last year and can be worked off this year. Other cyclicals, industrials. And then if you look at the stocks which are the most affected by the pandemic, such as stocks around the travel industry, those are really recovering and I think have further room to recover as we open up and as we hear good news like what we heard from the US earlier on.
Yeah, and we also saw commodities rallying because of all of the things that you've just told us. But at the same time, this GTV chart on the Bloomberg showing that gold hasn't really performed that well, right? I mean, given the higher real yields. But I see in your notes that you're actually finding it attractive. Why?
Well, gold has tumbled quite a bit, as we see from your chart from the highs back in August. And gold reacts to rail rates. So now that rail rates are going up a little bit, that's putting pressure on the price of gold. Gold does react as well to risk perceptions. And as investors have been more risk-seeking, gold has been less in favor. And we've seen a decline in ETF holdings and in interest to buy physical. Yet gold has another angle, I think, which is very positive for it right now, is that as long as balance sheets of central banks keep expanding, investors have to look for an alternative to the dollar and to the euro and to currencies of central banks which are expanding their monetary base. And gold is one of those types of currencies. And finally, when India and China start recovering, and China's definitely in its V-shape and India is starting to recover, the demand for physical jewelry gold will start rising as well.